Do you remember Langley House? For anyone listening,
How could I forget?
During COVID, we all had to live in a place called Langley House because obviously, what is it? We couldn't touch each other.
As a bubble.
We had to isolate.
Yeah.
Anyway, this place slightly traumatised me. No, but basically in the house, there was one fridge. Bearing in mind there's 15 people doing their online shopping for food. And I remember Tristan and I, it was just mayhem. Anyway, this transpires. One of my oldest friends from Bradfield is marrying the man who owns the house. Yeah. And her wedding is there. And so I got the wedding invite through and I was like, can I go back there? Like, the house was amazing.
Wilderness also gives me shivers.
No,
a lot of people do their weddings there. And I'm like, no.
It's, The best was the one we did in Surrey.
Yeah, that was nice
because it was pre-summer.
It was also
but
like
the problem
good weather.
was it was also winter, so it was so cold. There was nowhere to go.
Yeah,
anyway,
and everyone just living on top of one. It was just.
I'm trying to work out. Do you reckon that was your What was your worst time on Made in Chelsea? Like,
I don't think that was my worst time because that was like living.
No, you were fine because you were sneaking off to see your boyfriend every 5 minutes. But yeah, when do you think your hardest moment
my worst
was?
time was probably the relationship with Sam, like the on and offs, and then like I think just before I left, that was just like so traumatic because it was like. You're actually going through a breakup and it was just the whole stressful, trying to keep things off camera to see what was going on.
Yeah. And then you have to rewatch it again.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
and back then it's like, everyone would give you a lot of hate if they didn't like something they saw on the show.
But it's weird because the second it's a relationship issue, people suddenly jump on you and it's like, you did this and you did that. But when you're single and you behave badly, it's not as frowned upon.
They don't really care as much.
But it's very, because I was saying this the other day about the breakup.
I think being on the show single is a lot nicer than being on the show in a relationship. Yeah.
It's because you don't have that much... And actually, I think what it is as well is
Mama?
Sweet little thing.
This is your second time on this podcast.
I know, he's becoming quite the regular. But I think when you're single, there's not that much pressure. And if you fuck up, you're not really affecting anyone else apart from yourself. But if you're in a relationship...
Yeah, and also my relationship was very turbulent and
how long
person I was dating was quite...
Yeah, it feels like forever.
3.5 years on that.
Oh my God, that is a
long time, actually.
Yeah.
Especially when you're so young.
Yeah, and on a TV show. The whole thing was just,
What about yours?
Worst time.
Worst moments? Or hardest?
Probably Croatia. Croatia was my first series. So even though I'd like grown up with you and I knew Ollie very well and things like that, it was my first foray into television. So I'd never seen myself on screen before. And then on that, I also didn't behave very badly.
Didn't behave badly?
I didn't behave very well. I behaved quite badly. It was when I was
when you get caught out for something, that's the worst.
No, and then but that's the worst part is that you actually have to just own it because you're screwed otherwise.
And I didn't. I did like the complete opposite. I was like denied till I die.
Explain what happened. Remind me what happened then.
Basically, I was dating Sam Prince, like fairly casually, but also what you don't know is if somebody's not on the show and is not getting airtime, they'll
dob you in.
Well, also they'll try exactly. It's like every man for themselves.
You think you trust someone, and then they're ringing it. No, they're ringing a producer.
The second their storylines are drying up, hello, and then no one's your friend.
So Sam Prince and I, who were like sleeping together, getting together, whatever, fairly casually. This was like back in 2017 or something. So this is going back a long way. I then went to Croatia and Sam didn't come. And when I was in Croatia, Miles and I started getting together. But at this point, Sam told me that he wanted to like be exclusive and like things like that, which I just ran with because I'm such a like, I crave attention. And if someone's like, I love you, I'm like, oh my God, they love me. And then Sam did get flown out because he obviously told the producers. And when I was there, I was having a chat with Sam and Miles walked in and said, you left your earrings on my nightstand last night, last week or whatever. And I was like,
I'm not gonna lie, I did watch it and it was great.
It's quite good.
Awful for you.
It's good television.
It's great television.
And I literally went and panicked and went, okay, thanks. And then made up this like really horrible lie about like why I was in his bed. And we definitely didn't make up.
Did you not even admit that you were sleeping with him as well?
To this day, I've never said that I was sleeping with him.
It's like obviously
no,
you were, but you're like,
happen.
I'm not gonna admit it.
I'm trying to think what I've like panic lied about. Then bitching me in the arse.
Bad, and it was so obvious I was lying as well. And Sean, the producer, still like has zero respect for me because he's like, Tabs, you have to just fucking say it because you've been caught out.
They always
and
say that though. They're like, just own it, and you're like, it's not you who's having to deal with it. Like, you're like, own what? Own what?
It's so true, actually.
Have you ever like been caught out on a lie?
No, I've just been caught out of being a knob. I
feel like, you weren't.
I'm trying to think. I mean, in terms of my hardest moments, was probably the relationship with Tristan was hard. Because it was also a mix of the lockdown.
Yeah.
It was hard. We just didn't. It was he didn't cope well in those COVID situations, and I don't think I.
No.
And then felt the pressure from him
syndrome.
to have to make him feel better while also trying to do on the show.
Yeah.
But not being caught out really. I think by the end of it, I ended up being more of like a people pleaser, which was so. Oh, you're right, Heath. Are we boring you?
I love watching it now, though. I love watching you on it still.
Really?
Great, yeah.
You are loved.
Are you?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh no, my favourite thing of doing was breaking up with people but then secretly getting back with them and then just never telling anyone. And then the show would be like, listen, we know that you're sneaking around. Could you just say? And I was like, yeah. And then actually I got really fucked over by loose women. I did this sort of like, it was meant to be about alopecia and it was a Zoom on their like chat show. And obviously because the timelines of Chelsea, Tristan and I got back together, but it wasn't announced or aired that we were back together. Anyway, Ruth Langsford said, she goes, don't worry, we're not going to mention any of that. 3, 2, 1, live, photo of me and Tristan comes up. Goes, so
They do fuck you over.
And I
It's
was
like Daily
speechless.
Mail.
I was like, I don't know. I didn't really know what to say.
It's like the Rick Edwards shows at the end of the season.
Oh my God,
Those
the
mixtapes.
end of
Do you?
season series.
I only did one.
They were awful. And they'd always say, I'd say, I don't want this brought up. Okay, no worries. Get on the sofa. And they'd be like, right.
I
So
remember.
you cheated or something.
No,
You're
no,
like,
it's
oh,
the
no.
piss. I remember, they don't, because then we had Rick Edwards, but then,
Oh, I might have to feed him quickly.
can I tell you something? I had a nutritionist on here last week,
Yeah.
and she said it is better to breastfeed your baby for as long as you can because it changes the shape of their face.
Yeah,
So
it does.
honestly,
It changes.
fed is best.
Yeah.
I'm so like
Fed just generally.
fed
That's
just generally.
Yeah.
That's when people are like, breast is best. And I'm like, no, fed is best. Like some people can't breastfeed. Some people struggle
Yeah.
with it. Some
Yeah.
people just flat out
No, but
don't
as
want
in
to.
more
Yeah.
against, you know how some people, I mean, breastfeeding a 5-year-old's fucking niche, so I don't think that's quite the
Yeah.
case. But I mean, like, yeah. Well, listen, we've got all of this to look forward to with me. I'm joking, I'm not getting my udders out and I'm not feeding a child.
Do you think you would breastfeed or like, do you think you'd breastfeed?
Can I be honest, I haven't even thought about it.
No.
Someone even asked me the other day if I've ever thought about a wedding ring. I was like, I still need to find the old husband first.
How is that?
What, going for husband hunting? Yeah. I'm looking for someone to do the stupid thing I posted. Looking for someone
Get
in
the Times
finance,
rich list.
95, no relatives.
My mum calls the Times Rich List a catalogue.
No, but weirdly,
Set it back.
you know the only thing actually, because I was thinking about this the other day, I don't feel the pressure to get married and have babies, but the only thing that I think would be sad about it is that I would love to be pregnant at the same time you guys are.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So that we would have kids the same age.
Yeah.
That's probably the only side that
my
I would...
friend, well, you guys know Lily Ludovici, she's just had a baby, and I'm like, this is so nice because they're literally 4 weeks apart.
Yeah.
So nice.
So nice.
I never had that.
No,
I
because
was
you
like
had
the
it
first.
quite
Yeah,
young.
how old are you again? 26 when you had Ollie?
26 when I was pregnant, 27 when she was born.
Were you completely the only one in your group who had a baby?
Yeah, I didn't know anyone, but her Ottilie's dad's friends were around the thing because he's 11 years older than me.
Yeah.
But still, they weren't my friends. It wasn't like normal.
you
It
find
makes a
quite-
difference when you've got a friend who's got a baby the same age and you're like going through the same things. 'cause
But
then,
what is quite nice is now my friends that are doing it and going through it, I'm like really broody and be
Yeah.
like, I understand.
You're like
Yeah, you
Florence
can help
fucking
them.
Nightingale running around doing all
and I
of
bet Ottilie loves like little babies and like looking after them.
She told her teachers that I had a baby in my tummy the other day and came home with a picture of me with twins in my tummy, a boy and a girl, one in blue, one in pink.
As in she drawn it.
She'd drawn it, yeah. Yeah, and I was like, oh my God, she's gonna be.
Does
I'm
she
gonna
say
need
to you like, I want a
explain.
sibling?
Yeah,
I want...
but she wants a brother and a sister because of Ollie and Gareth's
Okay,
kids.
so they're twins.
Yeah.